Live and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D Real coming at you with another Be Real with D Real, where edutainment is what I do. And today we're going to be edutaining about Fantastic Four number 12. What is the significance of Fantastic Four number 12 beyond the obvious? Well, I and you are going to discover that together because, like I said previously, edutainment is what I do. But before we start edutaining, I need y'all to do what you always do for a brother. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the Be Real with D Real page so that when new material comes out, you get it. If you're digging what a brother's shoveling, put some dirt in my bucket. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the page. Fantastic Four number 12. Let's get to it. Okie dokes, kids. Fantastic Four number 12. Also costs 12 cents. Came out, well, it has a cover date of March 1963. Now, what is so significant about this comic book? Well, like it says on the cover, at last, the Fantastic Four meet the Hulk. That's right. Fantastic Four number 12 is the first time ever one Marvel character appeared in another Marvel character's comic book. Not a crossover, but a first-time meeting. Because I wanted to call this a crossover, but it's not a crossover like crossovers are today. Normally, a crossover is I appear in your comic, you appear in mine. This is a meeting of these two characters for the first time. Eventually, they do cross over into one another's comics, but this was the first time ever that they met one another. Now, I'm going to give you the abridged version so we don't waste a whole bunch of time on a lot of petty stuff. As you might recognize and realize, it's probably about one General Thunderbolt Ross. Because here it is. Mission Stop the Hulk. General Thunderbolt Ross is calling them because a lot of their equipment is being damaged, and because it's out in the desert, they're assuming, oh, we've been having trouble in the desert with the Hulk, so it must be the Hulk destroying all our shit. And here the Fantastic Four fantasizing about how they would kick the Hulk's ass if they ran into him in real life. Whereas Ben Grimm is just like talking about, if I got my hands on him, that's right there what I do to him. And, you know, just like children, Ben, he's like, shut up, Ben. This is what I do to him. I have him jumping through rings. Did he be caught in my fire maze? And, you know, even though Reed Richards, smart as he is, he's like, oh, I got to get into the act too. I got superpowers. See, I can do something to him. I will just hang up on the wall till he walk in. Then I'll drop on him and smother him. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Okay. And then, as always, Sue is underestimating herself like she always used to do back in the 60s. Looks as though I'll just be going along for the ride. I'm not sure how I can help. And then here we got chauvinist pig General Ross saying harumph. I've never actually, well, I have actually heard only one person on earth say harumph. A pretty young lady can always be of help just by keeping the men's morale up. What is that? What is that, General Ross? Is that some USO type shit? Sounds like it to me. Women were heavily underestimated in the 60s, clearly, because there weren't any women with titles other than some stuff like Patsy Walker and Millie the Model and those kind of things. Hey, I'm not finna go into it. You want to know what it is? Look it up. This is pretty much the version of the Fantastic card that we have always seen the Fantastic Four in, except when they were in that flying bathtub. And here they are talking about it. A number of our fans throughout the country had written to us saying the Fantastic car looked too much like a flying bathtub. So the Fantastic Four have fans who write letters to them. Interesting. Now, there's a lot going on in this comic, and that's Bruce Banner. Bruce Banner has an assistant named Carl Court, who is actually the Wrecker. No, not that Wrecker. Does that guy standing next to Bruce Banner look like the Wrecker that you know and love in the purple and green with the crowbar? No, that's not that guy. So this is a fella who had the name Wrecker before there was a Wrecker, because he wasn't wrecking nothing. He looks just as he appears. He is exactly what he is, a pencil neck scientist. Is his neck pencil-like? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, yeah. And the geeky scientist disappears. Oh, what are you? I like how Ben Grimm scares him. And let's check this frame out. He does kind of look like he's trying to scare my man. He's so scared his wallet fell out of his pocket. Wow. Now there's a whole lot of shenanigans I don't really care for. So we're going to go ahead and get to the meeting betwixt the Hulk and the Fantastic Four, particularly the Hulk and the Thing. So Rick's been kidnapped by the Wrecker. And he's like, if I turn into the Hulk, the Fantastic Four are going to try to deal with me. Put on his yellow trunks. You know what he getting ready to do. Transform. His hair went from dark black to brown. Interesting. And there is the Hulk, looking as Frankensteinian as Jack Kirby could possibly draw him. Rick and the Wrecker, Rick and the Wrecker. Say that fast 5 times. Rick and the Wrecker, Rick and the Wrecker, Rick and the Wrecker, Rick and the Wrecker. Anyway. Don't bet on it, Gramps. Yeah, that's 60s talk. And here comes the Hulk in the same tunnels. And here comes the Fantastic Four in the same tunnels. They bend the corner. Hulk pops out. What's going to happen? Yeah, that's pretty much what we expected to happen. But you see what the Hulk said? Arg, it's like hitting a stone wall. So that tells me 2 things. One, the Hulk is not as strong as he eventually came to be at this point in his career. And the Thing is very, very durable. And here he comes after the torch. 1 down, 3 to go. And there he goes, moving with unbelievable speed for one so huge. The Hulk scoops up a small mountain of sand and earth, covering the startled torch with it and dousing his flame at the same time. That was my Ted Knight impression. Anybody watch Super Friends back in the day know what I was getting at. And now to find the last 2 members and finish them off. Hulk is very intelligent. This is not just savage, wild Hulk. This is Hulk that reasons. This is Hulk that strategizes a little bit. And he wants to keep the torch and the Thing down there with his 3 fingers and a thumb and 3 toes. But Reed Richards can slip through the cracks and attack. Got him. But not for long. Because at the same time, they're getting out of the ground. Reed Richards is being pimp slapped by the Hulk while he simultaneously picks up an entire building. He ain't no slouch still, that's for sure. And look how easily the Thing swats it away. Uh-oh, they getting ready to square off. No, they're not. Can't save Rick unless I get rid of the Fantastic Four, but they're too powerful to beat all at once. Got to separate them. See, Hulk's strategized. No, you don't, brother. What is the Hulk going to do? Spin around real fast and get away from, wow. So could I, if I was superhuman, I could spin around? Never mind. Hey, Hulk's raising his hands. What do we think he's getting ready to do? What do we think he's getting ready to do? Brace yourself for a surprise, you flaming brat. And in this issue, they call this attack the supersonic boom shockwave, but we have come to know it simply as the thunderclap. And look what it does. 3 out of 4 down. And so we get our 101, or like we like to say in the hood, take him out in the backyard and give him a fair one. Oh, Ben ain't waiting. He just socking folks. And Hulk ain't waiting either. He's tossing stuff. And there they go, about to lock up and get that long-awaited clash of powerhouses. Oh, boo. Nothing. The Hulk's been shot in the back of the head by a laser coming out of the ground. It must be the Wrecker. Dadgummit. And Ben doesn't realize it until Sue tells him. And so they go down. Yeah, of course they go down. And the robot is the one that's been wrecking all of the military stuff, not the Hulk. Okay, so that's why they call the scientist the Wrecker? This must be the Wrecker's machine. It was the Wrecker's machine. Clobbering time takes care of the robot. Ben bowls down the door. Look at Ben Graham coming up in here doing all the heavy lifting. No pun intended. And the Wrecker's got a funny looking 60s Martian blast ray gun. I guess that's what he hit the Hulk. Yeah, it is. That's what Rick said. That's the ray gun he hit the Hulk with. But here's Sue not being useless. An invisible woman can do things like knock a gun out of the hand of a pencil neck geek. And looks like this adventure's a wrap. And here's reading Johnny. Johnny come lately. No pun intended again. But where is the Hulk? Getting up. I hear him under my feet. Caught the Wrecker. Rick's safe. I'm going to go back and change into Bruce Banner. And so he does. Rick, you're all right. Cue that piano music. Anyway, they're taking Carl Court to jail. Why is it that everybody in the early 60s that was in a comic book, they had names like that? Bruce Banner, Reed Richards, Peter Parker, Carl Court. Stan, you lazy. I love you, but you lazy. Think he suspects? Hard to tell. And so, all's well that ends well with the first ever meeting between the Fantastic Four and the Hulk. Hulk will go on to square off with the Fantastic Four quite a few more times in their career, particularly with Ben Grimm. And there are a few solo battles between the Hulk and the Thing that are absolutely epic. If y'all want me to cover those Hulk versus the Thing stories, you know, I can hit y'all off with one at a time. Just let me know what you think. Drop it in the comments, y'all. And that's it for now. I will be coming at you with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good. Be good to each other.